Good morning. I hope everyone had a good Christmas. In regards to the game last week, we came out and we started fast, which was great. It was disappointing when you look at the first 28 minutes and then how we finished right before the half. Just poor communication on the first one, and then of course on the second touchdown there. I guess really when you look back at it, we're in position to make a play, and could have did a much better job with the play calling there, trying to get us in something different. But I didn't think we finished when we had the opportunity. But the guys fought hard. We did a great job initially, as I said before, stopping the run and trying to get those guys to third down. And we just didn't finish, and that's the disappointing part about it.
Said miscommunication. Do you think the fact that the Ravens were going tempo there had anything to do with you guys not covering Andrews on that touchdown?
Well, I thought we were able to get the call in an appropriate time. There was a little up tempo there. Again, we just miscommunicated and didn't have anybody in the middle of the field.
Over the course of the year, it seems like one play on defense has a lasting effect. And I'm thinking Tennessee, the screen pass, and there have been other ones, you know. Do you have any reason why that happens to the defense?
You know, it's just really part of the game, and unfortunate that you're right. Just one or two plays here or there that we don't execute that really determines the outcome of the game. And at times when we communicate and we do the things that we need to do, and most importantly, when I put the guys in position, which starts with me, we can be pretty good and successful. But you know, we have to finish strong this week. Again, divisional opponent, a team that we beat before, and they had some success on us, but we were able to pull it out. They have a great running back in Mixon. He's physical, he's tough. I think Dalton has done a great job in sparking those guys since he's come back. And Boyd, to me, is one of the best receivers in this league where he's playing. So, again, they are very talented across the board, and it starts up front with their run game.
Voted Sheldon Richardson a good guy, award winner. What has he kind of meant to your room and your defense this year? And did he, I don't know, even step up a little more as a leader after you guys lost Miles and you're dealing with a lot of adversity?
He's meant a lot to us, not just as a defense, but really as a team. And in his role as a leader, his performance on the field, as you mentioned, when Miles went out, he did step up in more than one way, being more vocal, and then also just his performance and play on the field. So I wouldn't disagree with that award at all.
With what you've been through in your own career, do you have thoughts, with so many reports and rumors swirling around that, Freddie could be on the hot seat. Do you have any particular thoughts on, like, a coach needing more than 1 year to try to get rolling on a job and trying to, get this thing going?
Number one, you stay focused and you stay the course, and you try to block out the outside noise. What's going to happen is going to happen, and but you try to continue to get these guys prepared and ready to play, which I think Freddie's done a tremendous job with all the things that have happened throughout the year. The guys have responded. The message has been consistent, and we just got to find ways, particularly on defense, to make more plays. In regards to your initial question, it takes time to build a culture. It takes time to implement your system and get guys on the same page. And but sometimes, the business is what it is. But without a doubt, I think Freddie definitely is the guy for this job, and what he's been able to do in a short period of time. You can see the progress in the things that we're doing for us moving forward. We had a lot of guys hurt, We're not making any excuses, but it has been the case. But the guys continue to play hard and find a way to win.
And do you feel for him we have to sit here and ask him about his job security, the last few weeks and everything that he's going through. Can you kind of relate to what this is like for him?
Oh, well, of course. And I'm not speaking for Freddie, but I can tell you that I know he's not paying attention to the outside noise. He's doing a great job, as I mentioned before, trying to keep this team focused. And our task is to be 1-0 this last game. There's always speculation. Hell, I dealt with it probably, the last 5 weeks, but you have to make sure you stay focused, because everybody's going to react off your demeanor and your personality, and I think Freddie's doing a great job.
To only be whatever 10 or 11 weeks into your head coaching career to start to get those kind of questions and that kind of speculation?
You know what? I think we're all grown. We know what we signed up for. I think as an individual, you got to have enough confidence in yourself and your ability, but most importantly, you got to stay focused in the task at hand, and that's what I try to do, and that's definitely what Freddie's doing now.
We asked you about your other defensive tackle, Larry. What have you seen on him this year? What has he given you?
Larry's played well. I believe before he went out with the Pittsburgh game, I think he may have had like maybe 4 or 5 sacks. So he was doing a great job. And when you have OV and Miles in there, he's going to benefit from a lot of that. But last week I thought he was pretty stout in the run game. Doing some great things there. And I've been very impressed with him, not only from his play, but just also, again, another guy that stepped up from a standpoint of leadership. Very vocal, consistent in his approach and how he practices, and tries to get guys to do the same.
How would you assess his rookie year, especially since he's come back from that hamstring?
When you really look at the progress of Greedy, I think he's on track. I told the coaching staff, and I think I mentioned this also to Freddie, is that we don't really understand Greedy should be playing for a national championship right now. Okay, the guy's 20 years old, if that, and the thing that we got to understand is that you benefit from Greedy, you benefit from Mac Wilson, Red Wine, Taki next year. With all the reps and the experience that these guys have received this year. So I think Greedy's done some great things. I think he's learned along the way. He's made some progress, and he's battle-tested. And you can see the difference in when he started and where he is right now. And I think you'll see a major jump in his sophomore year.
Do you feel like the future is very bright for this defense, given that, Miles will be back next year theoretically?
When you look at Kirko going out early, a major asset to this defense, a great player, and then just that vocal leader as well. Then you add Miles and Olivier to the mix as well with 2 solid corners. I see this defense being very successful. I'm excited about the guys that we have. I'm excited about the future and the things that we can accomplish. It's always staying healthy down the stretch. But, Joe Schobert, the way he played, and the 2 young linebackers, as I just mentioned, with Taki as well as Mac. So there's a lot of key guys on this defense that we can just keep them together. I think would be pretty good.
What's your assessment of Denzel Ward's second year? What can he do to, get back to the Pro Bowls, moving forward?
Well, I think, when he had an opportunity to be out for a while with that injury, and then also I think it's also a level of respect that he really didn't get a lot of balls, a lot of opportunities thrown to his side. I think, when you look at being a rookie, talking about Greedy, they're going to test him. So I think sometimes, and I mentioned this before, when you don't have the stats or the numbers, sometimes you don't see that individual playing well. But he's done a lot of great things. When you look at the number of throws and the percentage of the catches, I think they are pretty low. So he's challenging his receivers. He's physical in the run game. He's coming up, making tackles when we need him to. So I think he's progressing, and he's going to do some great things moving forward.
Mary's kind of never got going this season. There was always something that kept him out for a couple games, and it seems like he hasn't had the same type of season he did last year. I would
agree with that. I think sometimes when you go back to the OTAs and he missed some time there, so it was catch up, sort of learning the defense, and then all of a sudden here comes the injuries, so he's in and out of the lineup. But we all know when he's healthy that he's a pretty good player. So I think the injuries and the the lack of time initially within the defense sort of hurt him this year.